What's going on, guys? Triple M here again, and today we're unboxing and testing Lorex's R900 network video recording system. Now this particular system does come with 4 dome cameras. These are 8 megapixels and they do record at 4K. Also comes with a 2TB hard drive already built in, so all you need to do is plug in, start recording. And good thing about this system, guys, is that even though it only comes with 4 cameras, it does have 8 channels, which means you can always add additional cameras a little bit later. Now in this video, of course, I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the system. I'm also going to fully install this on my house, which means I'm going to get really dirty, running through the attic, running around, drilling holes. And of course, we're going to test it out, check out the menus, and check out the app and see how it performs over the network. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I just wanted to give everyone at Lorex a big shout out for sending this review model out to me. And even though this is a sponsored video, all the thoughts and opinions are my own. Now we'll be putting a link in the description where you can pick it up, but if you guys have any questions about the installation or the system itself, just drop a comment in the comment section below. Now for you guys that are on the fence of which kind of system to get, a couple of these features right here kind of made the decision for me. So first one is that it does use a standard Cat5 cable to connect to the system. It is POE, or power over Ethernet, which means that you don't need an external power to have these cameras working. So here we are, 4 cameras on top, NVR on bottom. Came in 2 separate packages. Let me just get these cameras out of the way. I'm going to open one of them, then we'll unbox the NVR. So let's go ahead and pull it out of the box. On top you can see you have a little packet here. First things on top, we do have a quick start guide, and of course this is the 8974. Has some booklets in different languages. Does come with a couple stickers, that way you can just place it on your window. We'll let everyone know that you are protected. This little guy, this is very useful when mounting the cameras, guys. So these are your screw holes with 3 dots, so you can just paste this on the wall, drill the holes, and then it's easy to mount. Here's our 100-foot Ethernet cable, and here is the 8974. Nothing else in the box. So nice and heavy, guys. This thing is sturdy. It's almost like a brick, so definitely high quality just from the first glance. All right, here's the adapter. This is where you plug in your Ethernet cable, and it also has an option for external power if you do choose to go that route. So on the front there, you do see the lenses. Go ahead and peel this off. And it does have the IR blasters, both of them, and it does have the night sensor on top, and it does have the microphone built in as well. So let's go ahead and open the box. Alright, so we do have a quick start guide. Tells you what's in the package. Also tells you how to get started, setting everything up, and what the different ports are on your system. So very important. Alright, so we do have a nice remote control. Let me go ahead and pop this open. Standard buttons. You have the fast forward power at the top. You also have the navigation in the middle. And we do have a SATA cable here. If you wanted to connect additional hard drives, you can use this cable to connect them. Here's our power cable. Pretty standard. And we do have some additional screws in the back. I'm not sure what these are used for as yet, but let you guys know after I finish setting up. So it does come with an HDMI cable as well. Come with a Ethernet cable. This is probably about 3 feet long. This is of course for connecting your NVR to your router. We do have a wired mouse. It does have some basic buttons on the front. Power button, USB, also has the navigational buttons, and you do have some additional options to record, switch the channels on the front as well. Nothing on the sides, just some vents, fans as well. On the back, we do have our plug-in for our power. We do have a kill switch or on and off switch. We also have a fan. Right here is our 8 channels. We do have our Ethernet. This is where you plug into your router. A VGA out. We do have the mic in, mic out as well, and you do have an HDMI out. You have a USB 3 port, you have an RS-232, and you do have the additional connectors, and I'm not sure what those are used for as well, but I will be reading the manual and let you guys know. So here's a look at both of our cameras. The one on the left is the 8974, the one on the right is the 8950. Now both of them do have an IP67 rating, which means that they can withstand the rain elements, also temperature up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, of course, they're both 4K, which means they're 4 times the resolution of 1080p. And both of them do have 8 megapixels and do have power over Ethernet as well. So basically it's the same process of adjusting the camera or mounting it on your surface. So just take this tool that comes in the box, turn it to the left, and it will loosen the entire assembly. So from here you can pop the top off like so. It also loosens up the camera, so you can just take the camera out. And the camera is nice and weather tight, guys, nice and solid as well. And this will actually go against your surface, so against your roof or your wall, wherever you mounted it. Once you mount it, just put your wires back through. And what we're going to do now is just pick up the rest of the assembly. Front of the assembly is slightly smaller than the camera, so the camera will never fall through. And you just got to play with it a little bit just to get it to sit correct. So just move it around. Usually we're looking for the Lorex to be directly above the screw like this. And from here, just adjust the camera to where you need it, all the way up, maybe point down a little bit. And from here, just take the tool and just kind of tighten it back up. It will go ahead and tighten itself upon the camera. And it does give you some room to play and make your final adjustments. So here's the 100-foot cable, Ethernet cable that came with your camera. One comes in each box, so you should have 4 of these. One end is just a regular RJ45 connector. The other end is a RJ45 connector, but it also has a cover over it, and this basically will keep your Ethernet cord from slipping out accidentally once you have it on your camera. So what you'll do is just pop your RJ45 into the port on the camera, and then you can go ahead and just push this on and turn it clockwise to tighten. Now, one thing you do notice is that it does have some weather strips and some weather closures, and that way when you do go ahead and tighten it up, it is weather tight, so no need to worry about the elements when you have this guy on. Alright guys, so here's the basic layout of my house, and I had to think about this carefully where I wanted to place the cameras before I went ahead and started drilling holes. So you can see I have camera 1 right here. This is on the front porch. My main entrance is right here. Right, these are the garages. Camera 2 is right here in the front. Camera 3 and 4 are in the back patio. Now, how I angled this is going to take a look at the front door. So it's going to look this way and it's going to look this way. Camera 2 on the other hand is going to see all of this right here, and it's going to see the whole driveway. So the whole front yard is covered. On the back, I have these cameras facing this way. So camera 3 will essentially look this way. And camera 4 will look this way, and it will look this way to cover the rest of the backyard. So the whole backyard is covered, the whole front yard is covered. The only blind spots that I have is on the 2 sides right here and right here. And it's a good thing that that's an 8-channel system, because that's something I can easily plan for in the future. So here we are with all 4 cameras connected. You can see it's a nice day here in Florida, and I just wanted to go over some of the features, the interface, just to get you guys comfortable with it. So first of all, to change the view, to do anything on this main screen, you just hit right click and you should see all your different options. If you double click on either one, it will go to that camera. Just single left click to get back out, like so. You can hear the sound that's coming from it, which is pretty cool. But then the camera, if you right click, go to camera settings. So when you first log into the system, it will have a default password, and that will be in your booklet that came with it. But I recommend go ahead and change in that immediately. The reason being is because to get access remotely to the system is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And if someone has the default password, they can access your camera system. So make sure you change that password immediately. Alright, so just enter my password, and here are my camera settings. So if I'm on channel 1, configuration is normal. Hit the drop down. You do have different options: day, night, normal, switch between period. And you do have options to change the brightness, saturation, hue, and the 3D NR. On the left side, mirror is disabled. You can also flip the image. You have a corridor mode, that's disabled right now. You also have black light on and off, scene mode, let's hit that. All right, so you do have some options there. Same thing with day and night, you can check those options as well. So I'm gonna click OK, get out of here. And you do have the views up top, guys. So view 1, view 4, you can view 8, or you can view 9 cameras. Obviously I only have 4 cameras, but you can choose whichever one you wanted to view here. So I can view camera 2 if I wanted to. I can view camera 3. I can view camera 4. If I go to view 4 right here at the bottom, I can switch between 1 to 4 or 5 to 8. So that's the view I had before. You can also view 9, which I'm not sure how that works because there's only 8 channels. So not sure how that works. You can also view 8. And you can go down here and do a sequence. So we'll just jump between the different views or the different cameras. And if you let it sit there, you can see it's really windy outside, guys. And when it goes through the 4th, it will start the different camera modes. Alright, so now it's at 5 through 8. And then it will try different modes, which I think is pretty cool. So let's go back to view 4. Alright, so you can disable beep, playback, but you have manual control, so you can record, you can set your alarm output. You also have device search. Basically, if you add a new camera, you can go ahead and just search it from right there, and it'll show the camera and what port they're added to. Get back out. Main menu. Alright, so within the main menu, guys, you do have some more options. Alright, so here we are, guys. This is full nighttime mode. This is night vision. So here are the 2 front cameras. So I'm gonna just click on this one and enlarge. This is the front door, of course, and you can see it looks pretty good. If someone was to walk up, you can easily zoom into them and kind of see who they are. Let me go over to the next one. This is camera 2. Of course, this is showing the driveway, and you can see how clear that looks, and you can see what's going on across the street, see what's going on down the road. So pretty good video. And you can also zoom in here. Right click, you do have some options for the camera. Same manual controls that you do have in the daytime applies at nighttime. Back on out. There's the back. If anyone was to enter on the back porch, you could easily tell who they are. In the top left, you can see that's the second camera, and maybe I'll move that down a little bit, not to have a direct view, but you can see the IR is blasting, and it looks like a light bulb is on. This is the second one. This is one that we're just looking at, and that's pointing down at the ground. It almost looks like a shadow, guys. It almost looks like it's a real beam of light just shining down. So this is the IR, the power of it, and you can see how it lights everything up at nighttime. You do have your video playback right here. Let's hit that. Go to playback. And this is pretty cool because basically you can see where it was recording. So I had the camera disconnected for a period of time right here. That's blanked out. When it's green, that's showing that it's actually recording. And from here, you can stop, you can play, you can kind of back up a little bit, play again. You can also fast forward, turn the volume up and down. And during the playback, you can go to individual cameras as well. And this is a playback, so you can pause it, can go back, can also play it. That's pretty cool. So back out, main menu again, guys. So right here is the backup, guys, and you can go ahead and just save that to a USB drive from the front of the system or the back. This is your remote device recording channel name. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna change the names. Click enter, apply, click OK. And you can see right now it is named, so front door, garage, back porch right, back porch left. So that's how simple that is. Let's go back in. So you do have the format right here, and you can go per channel, so you can do this on each channel. You have the frame rate. It is set to 15 frames per second. You also have the bit rate type, bit rate, kilobytes per second. And like I said, you can do this for each channel. Same thing for your pictures. You can go in, you can say, I want to take 3 pictures whenever I take a picture. You also have the time in here, so you can do a trigger. So if something happens, picture is taken. And you can change the quality, and the snapshot frequency. It says your info, events, network, BPS, and log. So let's start with log. So everything you do within this camera will tell you guys. So you can see right here, this is where I just changed the name of the channel. So you can see save display config, save display config. So anything you do, and if you scroll down, you can see everything that you've done to the system. So if someone has your password and is tampering with it, you will see that information. BPS just displays some information about your different cameras. So it tells you the resolution here, 3840 by 2160. Of course, that's 1080p, and it tells you the channels. Network, no online users. Here's your load. Test, event, nothing there. Information, so here's the hard drive information. You can see the total size is about 2 terabytes. 1.76 was free. 1.51 is left right now. All right, here's the record information, so it tells you what drive it's going to, and does have the version right there as well. Go to our settings, the fun stuff. So first, here's your network, guys. Automatically grabs an IP address. It is using IPv4. It is set to DHCP right now, but if you guys do create a static path on your router, you can go ahead and put that information in here. By default, the preferred DNS is set to the Google DNS, which is 8888 and 8844, and that's fine to leave where it is. On the connection, it tells you the UDP ports and the TCP ports. You can set up alerts to your email address, so if something happens, you'll get an email and you can get a snapshot. And that's probably a future video for me, guys, because that takes a lot of time, and just to show you guys the different settings. I'll probably do a follow-up video just show you guys the different advanced settings. All right, so cool stuff right here, guys. So you can do different things for motion detected, video loss, tampering. Let's go to channel 4, which is the one in the back. So this is for motion detect, guys, and you can select the region. So let's select, and let's say you don't want anything to trigger from this tree moving. You can go ahead and just set that like that, and from now on, when that tree moves, you won't get an alert on your system. So let's go to channel 2 and we'll set that one up. I have a lot of moving trees, so basically this is all fine. This is all fine as well. What I'm worried about is these trees right here moving. Same thing over here. And you just got to play with it just to make sure you're not getting false alarms. So I can do the same thing from up here. It's basically saying when these trees move around, I don't want to be alerted. I don't want it to be detected as motion. All right. And we'll just block this part of the house out as well. So now I'm covered. Anything else happens here, you will get a normal alert. So pretty cool stuff, guys. Same thing, video loss, what you want to happen. Now there are a lot of different apps that you can use with the Lorex system, and I'll put a link to the website where they give you a list of the recommended and compatible apps that will work. The one I'm using right now is Flare Cloud, and I got this from Google Play. So let's go ahead and launch it. I'll show you guys how easy it is to set it up. And so the setup is pretty easy. I do have it set up already, but all you have to do is click here. You're going to click add. We're going to set up a DVR, NVR, IP camera. Right here is the Wi-Fi camera, but let's go to DVR, NVR. And from here, you're going to put in the name. So you can name it home or master bedroom or whatever you want to name it. And also you're going to put in your username. So mine's still an admin, but I did create another password for it. So you'll put your password right there. Also, once you do your username and password, all you have to do is just click here. You can scan your code. I'm not going to do it obviously, but scan it. And once you scan it, just hit connect and you're in the app. All right, so here's the basic layout of the app. Click to the left. You have playback. You have a device manager, local files, EMAP, favorites, push configuration, event list, local config. You also have a help section. So the basic layout, you do have a 4-camera view right there. So pretty easy, and you can just double tap there. It does work in landscape as well as portrait. So flip it over, just swipe to the next one. Can zoom in and out. So you do have the snapshot. You have different view modes, PTZ if that's enabled. You also have favorites. You can listen to audio. You have a mic, alarms, fisheye, and you can manual record. and this works both on and off your network, guys. So no need to go into your router and change settings. All you have to do is just scan your QR code and you're good to go. So that's it for this video, guys. Just a quick overview of the R900 Series NVR kit from Lorex. Definitely a good buy in my opinion, especially if you're in the market for a surveillance system. Now, the fact that it is 4K just makes it future proof. In a couple years when you'll need to upgrade a normal surveillance system, this will still be good. Other things that I like about it, does come with a 2TB hard drive already, and the fact that it does have 8 channels just makes it more attractive in my opinion. You can always add more cameras in the future. So I'll leave a link in the description of this video if you guys are looking to pick it up. Also, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I will try to respond within a timely manner. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.